Everybody should have one talent. What's yours?
Forging signatures, telling lies, impersonating practically anybody.
That's 3. Nobody should have more than one talent. Okay. Do an impression.
Now?
Huh.
Hello everyone, I'm Anna, your Cinephile host. Would you tell anyone that your talents include telling lies and forging signatures? Maybe I tell my friends that I lie sometimes, but I wouldn't say that it is a talent. Would you? Obviously, Mr. Ripley in this movie is proud of his certain nature. And unfairly, after he killed 3 friends, he got a lot of money to live a better life with his own identity with no need to impersonate anyone else or to kill more friends. But you know what? I believe he'll get what he deserves in the end. Tom Ripley is a young man struggling to make a living in 1950s New York City with his talents, telling lies, forging signatures, and impersonating people. While working at a party as a piano player, he is approached by wealthy shipbuilder Herbert Greenleaf, who mistakenly believes that Ripley attended Princeton with his son, Dickie. Greenleaf recruits Ripley for $1,000 to travel to Italy to persuade Dickie to return home. After the voyage, while collecting his luggage, Ripley, pretending to be Dickie, strikes up a friendship with an American socialite, Meredith Logue.
My father wants me back in New York. He builds boats, I'd rather sail them. So I travel under my mother's name.
Which is?
Emily. I'm just kidding.
You know, the funny thing is, I'm not Randall either. I'm Logue.
As in?
As in the textile Logues. Trying to shrug off the dress. I travel under my mother's name too.
Randall.
Right. So, Rose. We're partners in disguise. Bye.
Bye.
In the Italian seaside town of Mongibello, Ripley becomes friends with Dickie and his fiancée Marge. But one night, Dickie catches Ripley dressed in his clothes and pretending to be him in front of a mirror, which alienates Dickie from Ripley. Later on, Dickie's father cuts off Ripley's travel funds, and Dickie tells Ripley they should part ways, but offers to take him on a short, final trip to San Remo. They take a boat out, but when Ripley suggests they move in together, Dickie says he has grown tired of him and is going to marry Marge. After an exchange of insults, the two fight violently.
You're lying to Marge, and then you're getting married to her. You're knocking up Sylvana. You're ruining everybody. You want to play the sax, you want to play the drums. Which is it, Dickie? What do you actually play?
Who are you? Huh? Some third-class smooch? Who are you? Who are you to say anything to me? Who are you to tell me anything? Actually, I really, really do not want to be on this boat with you. I can't move without you moving. Gives me the creeps. You give me the creeps. Can't move without Dickie, 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 like a little girl all the time. Shut up!
Ripley beats Dickie to death with an oar and steals Dickie's identity. He forges a letter to Marge, convincing her that Dickie has left her to live in Rome. He creates the illusion that Dickie is still alive by checking into one Roman hotel as Dickie and another as himself, creating an exchange of communications between the two. Through forgery, he's able to draw on Dickie's allowance, which allows him to live lavishly. But Dickie's best friend Freddie realizes the fraud.
You're a quick study, aren't you? The last time you didn't know your ass from your elbow, now you're giving me directions. That's not fair. You probably do know your ass from your elbow. I'll see you.
Tutto bene, ragazzo?
Bene. No, Dickie Greenleaf. Thomas Ripley.
Sì, Dickie sta su. Oggi mi hanno portato il piano e mi hanno sporcato tutto. È stato tutto il giorno a suonare. Bla 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 bla. Ciao, Dickie.
Dickie doesn't play the piano.
Ripley beats Freddy to death with a stone bust before he can tell anyone. Realizing that the police suspect Dickie of murdering Freddy, Ripley forges a suicide note with Dickie claiming responsibility for Freddy's death. Ripley then travels to Venice where he meets Marge's friend, Peter Smith Kingsley, and they become very close. In the meantime, Dickie's father travels to Italy to meet with the police, bringing along a private detective. And Marge discovers Dickie's rings in Ripley's possession and begins to understand what has been going on.
I found Dickie's rings.
What?
You have Dickie's rings.
I can explain.
Dickie promised me he would never take off this ring.
Let me put some clothes on and I'll come out and we'll talk about this.
Greenleaf, I have to
Marge, come,
tell
Marge,
Mr. Greenleaf. I have to tell Mr.
You're being
Greenleaf.
hysterical.
He promised me, I swear, I will never take off this ring.
Shut up!
Ripley fails to kill Marge, but Marge couldn't make anyone believe her. Unbelievably, the private investigator McCarran reveals to Ripley that the police are convinced that Dickie, who had a history of violence, murdered Freddy before killing himself. McCarran further indicates that out of appreciation for Ripley's loyalty to Dickie and to assure Ripley's silence, Mr. Greenleaf intends to bequeath Dickie's trust fund to Ripley.
Mr. Greenleaf feels that there was a silent promise in Dickie's letter to you, which he intends to honor. He also intends to transfer a good portion of Dickie's income from his trust into your name. He does not intend to give the Italians any information about Dickie's past. He's rather hoping that you will feel the same.
Free and clear of his crimes, Ripley boards a ship to Greece with Peter. It is implied that they are now lovers. Ripley is surprised to encounter Meredith, who knows him as Dickie and also knows Peter socially. Killing Meredith and getting away with it to avoid being exposed as an imposter is impossible because she's traveling with family. Ripley returns to his cabin where Peter confronts him about knowing Meredith. A sobbing Ripley then strangles Peter to death and returns to his cabin alone. After the talented Mr. Ripley killed 3 of his friends, he got away with all his murders, but obviously he cannot escape punishment from his conscience. Otherwise, he won't see the ghost of Freddy on the street in Rome and fall down from a motorbike, thus hurting his face. And he's also afraid of facing Marge. The movie ends up with not a judiciary final tone, but leaves more space for the audience's imagination to justify the story in their minds. I'm Anna, thanks for watching this episode. You can find more on Fundy website. See you there.
May I ask you, why would you speak to your friend and not your fiancé?
Well, I think I just said. Mr. Ripley was handling some business for me. Nor does Mr. Ripley want to marry me and ask me every single day if I'll marry him and when.
Do you keep a photograph of Signor Ripley?
I'm not in the habit of carrying around photographs of my male friends.
Now I think I'll upset you. Sorry. My English perhaps is coarse.
It is a little coarse, yes.